The idea of Kuber Vaults is quite a personal story. A couple of years back, our house was broken into. We lost all our valuables and precious items, the things that were passed on to me by my mother, hopefully to pass on to the next generation. I was very disappointed and cried my eyes out. Then the next idea was to actually safeguard whatever was left with me. I traveled as far as to the city. 1 hour of travel, pay the tolls, look for parking, and then hope that all the valuables still are safe with me intact, and then are put in a safe deposit box. It was quite an exercise, and I did not feel safe at all. For one item, I had to go all the way along and spend approximately $200 every visit. At that point, I thought, we need to do something. It would be not just me who will be facing this issue, but there must be more people. Therefore, we decided that we needed a safety deposit box to be accessible within the Hills district. Having worked in a bank, I had some idea. So the first thing I did was call my solicitor and asked him to check the legislation. He did his research and in a week's time informed me that it was all okay. The next step was to call the companies. I wanted to get a company that I could deal with from A to Z, and not with too many different people. I was introduced to Paul, who guided me step by step to establish Kuber Vaults.
I got a phone call from Rena one day asking if I was interested in providing some independent security consultancy advice for a new venture, which was a private vault to be opened.
Step one was to identify and find the perfect site. I wanted a site that was not suspended on slabs, to bear an infrastructure load of 200 plus tons. It was a massive and a most important requirement. Then I came across Hoyle Avenue in Castle Hill. This was perfect. It ticked all the boxes. The infrastructure it could deal with, everything was just right.
Yes, well, in a facility such as a private vault with safety deposit boxes, there are numbers of levels and layers of security that are required, including the physical construction of the vault, the quality of the barriers at the perimeter of the site, including bulletproof, bullet-resistant glazing, man traps, and of course intruder detection devices, such as movement detectors, reed switches, seismic sensors, and the rest, as well as high quality IP CCTV systems. Well, electronic security plays an integral part in protecting the assets in a facility of this sort. Obviously, they're very attractive to burglars, and it's our duty of care is to provide state-of-the-art electronic deterrence and detection for anybody that would attempt to burgle the facility. So this is a very hardened site, and it has state-of-the-art electronic security and off-site monitoring to minimise the risk of anyone breaking in and succeeding in a burglary. Well, what I was an independent view of the security infrastructure that was selected for the venture, and rather than just relying on the particular companies, trying to sell their wares, so to speak, I was there to make sure that what they proposed was fit for purpose for a facility of this.
So the plans were done. The next step was for Paul to go through the companies and find the perfect person to manage the whole project. Anthony had the perfect skill set suited to manage this project. His experience in the past with banking and finance industry enabled this project to go ahead. His skills were much needed and suited for Kuber Vaults establishment.
I think after a couple of years of knowing Rena by association, then I realised that what she was involved with and what she was trying to develop was something of the nature of a vault, and it had been the industry that I'd been working in and around banking for the last 15 years. And there was an opportunity that gelled in a timing perspective. I think the challenges were around looking at the nature of the product that had been selected and looking at how we could fit it out to the highest standard. Rena had a clear vision of what that was, and I think it was about working with her and the architect's plans in making that come to reality. I think at the end of the day, Kuber Vaults is setting a standard. It's a unique product, but the way it's been packaged and the way it's been put together is taking the best of everything in the industry and to put it into one total package that people can come and there's a clear perception when you come here that it has the highest level of security, it has the best facilities, it has the best fit out and the best overall finish. And I think it's something that Rena's vision has taken that, we've gelled with that, worked well together, and I believe that's what we've delivered here. I think the last couple of months has been interesting. There's been challenges. One of the things about Rena and her approach to everything is that there's been good communication. It's been very clear on what her expectations were, and in establishing the final product, I think we've worked well as a team, and BDC's proud to have delivered that.
Yes, well, when I heard that a private vault was being considered in the Hills area, I thought that was actually a very good business idea, because the only other private vaults I'm aware of are in the city, which is not very convenient for Hills residents to have to travel into the city to go and look at their safety deposit boxes. And so I really thought it was a good business plan to build such a facility, and obviously it's a very expensive venture. And I wish Kuber Vaults the best of luck, because I think it will be a big success.
I know it's going to be successful. I think the package and what you've ended up with is something that we're both proud of, and we hope you are as well. So we wish you well and look forward to the next project together.
Kuber is open 7 days a week and 365 days a year.